Comey didn't.
Hey,
Comey
there we
didn't.
go.
Comey didn't send you a message when he
Fucking
RSVP.
wild. Absolutely wild. The fact that you did that is just like it's even more reason for me to believe that you're trying to possibly be a better friend somehow. Just
Hang on.
adding a
Not only was it
little.
that was the best message that anybody sent,
What
even
did
out
you
of Corianne.
say?
I don't think. Hang on, Corianne has it. I don't have it.
No,
But it
no,
was
John wouldn't know what he said. What did you say, John?
Well, I just spoke from the heart and said what I feel about both Brett and Corianne.
You
it
don't
was
even
a
really
solid.
know Corianne like that.
I know, but I still managed
Corianne
to
and I,
speak from the heart.
we were both in tears.
Oh, shut the
That,
fuck.
honestly,
Shut up.
that was kind of the goal.
This man was sobbing reading the message. Okay,
I
sorry.
wrote,
We
I
should.
wrote, I wrote a little sonnet. I wrote
Oh,
a poem.
or whatever.
And
All right, look.
Comey, I don't know why, but I got a picture of Comey's dick.
just attached it somehow. They don't even allow attachments. I just somehow attached it though. Okay. Look. This is a hill to die on. Welcome back. If this is your first time, welcome. This is episode 2 of season 2. As we so abruptly start the podcast with no context whatsoever, just like talking about random things. But
You never
what I
heard
was
of a
going
cold
to,
open?
yeah, sure. It's pretty cold. It's ice cold. What I was gonna say was if when we do all arrive for Brett's bachelor party, upcoming sometime soon, we should do a podcast in person.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that would actually be great.
I mean,
That'd
it's
be very
ridiculous.
funny.
Obviously, it's your bachelor weekend.
No,
and you should be
we
No,
have-
focused
that's
on
so
that,
good.
but
We do it in the morning. I think we bang one out in the morning.
I think just having one in the can would be
Trifold
great.
that.
That'd be great. I think that'd be fun.
I'll pack my mic.
Yeah.
Like as a true podcaster, I never go anywhere without my mic.
There you go. Yeah.
He's like, "What's this?"
As a true podcaster.
It's a
Okay,
dildo, I swear.
let's start the pod. I don't have too many topics. I got like one or two that I wanted to talk about. I feel like this always comes up, but this is just my life, genuinely. And I want to get you guys' opinion on this. So since I've been in Ohio, visiting Angelina, I find myself getting a lot of like Uber Eats, like DoorDash, shit like that. And I'm pretty good with like tipping, you know. But no, why are you making John? Okay, for the audio listeners,
doesn't have to tip.
John just tilted his head. Why?
I don't know if somebody who has brought up their frustrations around tipping
Oh, brother.
on multiple episodes of our 16 episode podcast.
Look.
claim
I think it's like 18 episodes. But regardless, look, I can be upset as I want to be with tipping and like the idea of tipping culture. But like the fact of the matter is I still tip pretty well. Like genuinely, I do. Like restaurant workers, I'll usually baseline I'll tip like 20%. Genuinely. Like if I'm like Denny's or something, like I'm tipping 20%. If I go to a nice restaurant, I'm tipping 20%. Now, my question then is, without you fucking cutting me off, John, is when you get something like a delivery order from DoorDash or Uber Eats or whatever have you, the prices are already expensive enough as it is, right?
Hello?
I mean, oh, shut up. Let me finish let me finish.
I'll be right out.
Terrible bit. You're probably not even tipping them if that it was even real. At least not 20%.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. Or he probably like already had the food and he was kind of like doing a really bad bit.
Yeah, also that "I'll be right out" was way too urgent. I'll be right out.
Also, who calls you as like an Uber delivery driver person? Like the app. I don't know why we're discussing this. My point is, what is like the minimum that you tip, Brett, for like a delivery driver? Or do you feel
I actually have a max.
Do you feel obligated to tip? One, and two, if you do feel obligated to tip, what do you usually tip? Like a range?
Well, it depends on how much you're getting and how far they're going. There's math you have to do.
Okay, all right.
So if you're getting a ton, if you're getting like one meal from McDonald's, I'll tip like $3 or $3.
Okay, even if like the meal is like $7 or $8.
Yeah, because I can just go get it myself.
Now, mind you, you're again this is my problem with the whole thing. It's not about the drivers, but it's about the app in general. How like you're paying an exorbitant amount of
but
money.
the drivers don't get a lot of money.
I understand
I
that.
get what you're saying about the app, but if I'm going to use the app, I need to compensate the driver.
Now, the reason why we tip like food service workers is because they're getting paid like $3 an hour, right? And we all know that. You know this, yes?
Well, you don't get paid. You don't get paid by the hour as a delivery driver either for Uber Eats. You get paid by the delivery.
Well, you get paid by the delivery. I think things have changed. I haven't done Uber Eats or DoorDash for like honestly 5 or 6 years now. When I was doing it, it was by the delivery. I think if you reach a certain amount,
John may actually have had food.
He just left. I don't know. I think if you reach a certain amount of deliveries, like for an hour, they kind of like, let's say that you make, $12 for that hour, you deliver like 3 things. I think they bump you up to like 18 or whatever that is. So I think they like, though it's not hourly per se, I think they still like kind of try to make you whole. So look, my point is, regardless, you try to tip as much as you possibly can for like, specific orders, but like, on a $7 order, tipping $3, that's crazy, right? I mean, like,
it's not crazy.
Like,
no, it's not.
That's like 40%.
But it's 40%. You're paying that much of a premium because you can just go out and get that cheap meal yourself and only pay $7.
But you're already paying the premium to the fucking app. The meal was $7 originally. It ends up being like 12.
I hear what you're saying. I think the app definitely needs to give more money to their drivers. I hear what you're saying. If I'm getting a $10 meal from McDonald's, then I'm also paying $5 in fees and I'm giving a tip. So I'm going to end up paying $18 for a $10 meal. What should actually happen is that $5 fee, $3 of those dollars should be a tip and $2 should be a fee to DoorDash.
And that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I agree with you. But if I'm going to use DoorDash,
there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. That was
he was genuinely that he was that urgent about picking it up. I'll be right there, I promise.
I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping it'd be a little quicker getting the food than that. The guy called me while he was still like 2 minutes away, which is unusual. Usually they call you when they're at the door.
All right.
But
also, I love that you got Chinese food. I can tell it's Chinese food by the way they bagged it.
You racist piece of shit! It is Sri Lankan food. And I
was a solid like 6 or 7 countries to the west.
Yeah,
southeast.
Yeah.
It's like just being more specifically racist. That's great.
I don't want to distract too much from what you guys were talking about. I do want to jump back into the conversation and hear the rest of what you're saying, but actually, no, just go ahead.
So how much did you tip that delivery driver right now?
I didn't.
London.
It's London. Huh. We don't tip here.
Interesting.
Why do they tip in Togo?
No, they don't. Why wouldn't you tip him?
It's just not. I mean, there's you can tip in the app, but it's just not what people do here.
Yeah, but like, you grew up tipping in the States, and
also,
then you go to a different country.
I mean, yeah, I'm not going to just start paying 20% on top of service charge when I go to restaurants here.
Oh, weird. So my point does stand.
I don't know what your point was. I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's true. My point.
No, Comey and I got into a fight because
it wasn't a fight.
Well, I was gone in the minute and a half.
Comey was talking about how if you get a $10 meal from McDonald's and you have to pay a fee to DoorDash, you shouldn't also have to pay a tip to your driver.
Oh, I mean, I agree with that. If that fee was going to the driver, I think what's messed up is it's not. I think Comey is both right, but the issue is what's the word I'm looking for? It's with the company. It's not with the culture.
That's what I said. What I told Comey, I was like, if I agree that DoorDash should give most of that money to the driver, but if I'm going to use DoorDash knowing they're not, then I have to compensate the driver too.
Yeah, and actually, that might even be the case in London, and I probably should tip that driver now that I think about it.
Well, did you use Uber Eats? Was that Uber Eats?
I did Deliveroo.
These
Which I
motherfuckers
don't know.
like
Just
these,
Deliveroo isn't in the States, right?
these motherfuckers are like 7 years behind. Deliveroo, bro. What is this, dog?
Honestly, Deliveroo is. I think they have much better selection than Uber Eats here. I don't think they have it in the States, but the overall selection is really good. Well, comparatively really good.
I love that. Do you remember when they came out with Caviar, the high
I remember
end
Caviar. Yeah.
restaurant
I think
delivery? I
it's
was
still
like, what's the
around.
difference between that and DoorDash? It's still just a dude on a bike. It's not like a Tesla's delivering your food.
Keeping it warm in the cup holder.
Also, why do you need a Tesla to deliver your food, or why would that
I
make
don't
it?
know. I'm just
He
saying, like,
considers
why
Teslas
do
to
you
be
have to
high
pay more
end.
for the? I'm
Oh,
just
I
saying,
see.
like, I'm saying if Ruth Chris is on Caviar and DoorDash, why would I pay more to get it from Caviar?
Sure.
I like how your idea of a nice restaurant is Ruth Chris.
That's where we're having the rehearsal dinner, the rehearsal lunch.
Actually, no, Ruth Chris is pretty dope. Actually, I'm not gonna shit on Ruth Chris.
What is Ruth Chris?
It's like a
steakhouse. It's a chain steakhouse in the States.
Yeah.
You're not aware. You've never heard of it. It's from the States.
Let's get it.
Okay, let's not act like he's been living in London for like the past 20 years. The fuck is you've never heard of it mean? This
no, he's never heard. No, it's an American chain. He doesn't know about it.
I mean, I don't know about it, but that said, it's not because it's an American chain that I don't know about it. You know what I mean?
Understand the word he's saying. Do you understand?
It's too much of a thick accent.
my British accent.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the only thing that I brought in for the podcast. Sorry, guys. Imagine.
Did you guys know I can name every country in the world by memory now?
Yeah, that's why you did that shit, because of Sporkle. That's where like west or south. Fuck, which direction? I don't remember.
Did I talk to you guys about Sporkle on the last podcast?
Let's do it. Let's literally do it on the podcast right now. Go ahead. Name every country, starting from. How many countries? Like 100 and something?
Yeah, give me. There's 197.
God damn.
And yeah, the tough part is without a map, it does get a little bit harder, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. But yeah, give me a starting part of the world, like continent.
Asia.
Hang on, the hardest for me is the Polynesian Islands.
Polynesian Islands, there aren't that many. Actually, surprisingly easy. Once you know them. But all of them are easy ones.
There's no way for me to like vet you either, because I mean,
what you could do, and this is great podcast material, just like textbook 101 good audio material, would be you going to Sporkle and typing them in as I say them.
Wait,
what about up there with like Armenia and go up there?
Easy. Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Russia, Mongolia, China, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Palestine.
Okay, all right.
This dude is so goddamn bored at work.
Yeah.
Yemen, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, Kuwait. That's all of them down there. And then India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia.
All right. God damn it! You're making the podcast too good. We got to stop that.
Yeah, no. Actually, this is content that our listeners are not ready for. They're not ready for us to actually be delivering good content.
What about Sri Jayawardenapura? What is that?
I don't know what that is, to be fair.
The capital of Sri
Lanka. Nice. It has interestingly it's given me a lot of countries that I want to travel to.
Oh yeah.
Like
Syria.
Iraq.
No, honestly, I would say the Polynesian Islands are up there. Like I knew nothing about the Polynesian Islands, and then in learning how many there are and their names, it just made me want to go visit them.
Would you like to go to? All right,
were you about to say Djibouti? I feel like you were about to say Djibouti.
No, I was going to say Palestine.
I mean, right now I would not.
Didn't Brett say at one point? Brett said he wanted to go to like fucking Myanmar or some crazy. What did you want to go, Brett? Your mom was like, "No, don't do that."
Dubai. That's not
No,
crazy.
it wasn't Dubai. It was like Afghanistan or something. I don't. You wanted to go like I
I
don't
was gonna
remember
go
what.
to. I was genuinely planning. I actually had it booked. I had a trip to uh goddamn, what's it called? Uh,
He definitely doesn't play Fortnite.
Zambia.
Oh, wait, no. Zambia is not like messed up to go to though. Like I don't know
No,
what
no,
its
it was a
infrastructure
different
is like.
country. Because you would mention that you had said it to your mom. Your mom was like, "Nah, don't do that." But I don't remember what country it was. It wasn't in the Middle East, but I just don't remember what country
It
it
was in the
was.
Middle East.
It was in the Middle East. Yes, maybe you
I
were
do know I
joking.
had
I
a
don't
trip.
know.
The trip we had planned was to Dubai, but that got fucked up by COVID.
Nah, no, 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 not Dubai. It's cool, man.
Oh, are you talking about the time I was planning on going to like Iran?
Yeah, I think it was Iran.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
I,
it
That
was
wasn't a
Iran.
Iran. I
genuine.
remember this. I
Yeah.
remember this now.
Yeah. That was because I found a tour that went to Iran, and they I was interested. It looked cool.
Oh,
I mean,
brother.
what's kind of sad is like these are countries I would very much like to go to, like from a historical, political, yeah, I don't know, sociological perspective. Obviously, they're not the safest, but like they contain a lot of history and like interesting stuff. Iraq and Iran, especially, that's like the birth of civilization.
Name one thing. I'm just kidding.
We might have to. We're probably gonna have to cut this. I just want to say one thing. We're on the subject of Iran.
Well,
You mean to
you're
tell me that Israel is literally carpet bombing? Huh?
no. I'm saying that your
I'm
Wi-Fi is
gonna.
so bad that we might
I'm
have
just
to
gonna.
cut it out anyways.
Oh, is it really?
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's been quite bad since we started.
Shit. Hang
No,
on.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. It's better now.
All right. I just tried to turn it off. Yeah, our Wi-Fi went out. But you mean to tell me that Israel is literally leveling Palestine? They're killing hundreds of thousands. They're blowing up Beirut. They're setting off all these terrible pocket bombs in Lebanon, and then they kill the Hezbollah leader. And all Iran has after a year of this, all Iran has is just like 180 bombs. Like, yeah.
It's just like
And
toss
then
them
everyone's
over.
talking about how terrible it was. I'm like, yeah, it had the potential to be terrible. First of all, by the way, I'm not on really any side here. It has the potential to be terrible. But I was like, why? That's all they had.
Are you saying that Iran
I
should
mean,
have
Like
bombed
$20 million.
Israel
I feel like
more?
that should not be surprising that like a country that does not have the backing of a global superpower does not have the military force that.
Yeah, but I thought that they would have had a lot more money
You
since
guys
the
keep
whole
talking.
arms
I'm gonna
race
go get my
that happened
eggs.
with them 10 years ago. I thought they would have had a lot more bombs and a lot more military to
No,
expense.
no. I mean, that I think that one, I think that arms race was a little bit overblown in the sense of the way it was portrayed in the media that we consume in the West was made it sound like more of a threat than it realistically was. Like, sure, like I don't want to split hairs over how much of a threat it was, but I feel like that was emphasized because it's like, oh no, Iran might have so much, power. And like that amount of power is
Yeah.
minuscule comparatively still. But it's just that the US can't stand anybody having remotely any sort of um my my favorite version of this. The I was learning about an example of this from history recently, which is when the U.S. was basically funding a hostile terrorist regime in Nicaragua to take over the government there. The government that was in power tried to get like I forget what it was. I think it was like some sort of like defense technology. I forget if it was like kind of like the missiles that Israel uses to like shoot down rockets that come in, like that kind of thing, or if it was planes of some kind, but it was
Yeah.
some sort of defense technology. And the US
Like
um
anti-ballistic.
yeah, it was something along those lines. The US basically took them trying to get that as a threat and them escalating the violence against the US in their eyes. And so they doubled down and spent more money on like funding the um militias that they were supporting there. And it felt like a very telling example of how that mentality works, is that like a country even just trying to defend itself from the US is seen as an attack or a threat. Oh, and I'm not saying the US is the only country that perceives things that way. Like Russia does that as well, but we do have a long history of doing it.
Right. I don't know, I just think the other thing is I'm just like, these are just at this point, these are two countries throwing bombs at each other for 100 years. It's like, not just two, but it's at a point now where it's like, listen, I'm Jewish, but even as a Jewish person, it's like I can't even pick a side. It's just shitty all around.
Yeah, I mean it is shitty all around. I've kind of fallen pretty firmly against Israel at this point, I would say.
I'd say that I'm against Israel. I think I'm definitely against Israel and their government and what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think the way to phrase it would be like, I'm against the state of Israel, like the political entity of it and the US backing of it. And the genocide.
But I also don't like the people who are specifically going after Zionism.
Yeah, it's a tough one, because I think so often that specific thing, the Zionism point, comes down to a semantic difference over what Zionism is, like defining Zionism, and how you define it kind of leads to whether you think you're anti-Zionist or pro-Zionist. You know what I mean? So like, I could say I'm anti-Zionist because I don't think that the state of Israel in its current form should exist. I think a state of Israel at this point should exist, but it's just not in its current form, like not what it's currently doing, not with the current people in power. But so one could call that anti-Zionist. I think.
Let me call right back and try to get on using reception instead of internet.
Sounds good.
Solving the world's problems one podcast at a time, boys.
Actually, can I take this opportunity to go heat up my food as well?
All right, we'll take a small break. It's just me. We are back. Oh shit, let me put my dick away.
I like that in an audio format, they would just hear you say that out of the silence for no reason.
All right, let me see. We want to talk about the Diddler. I think it's kind of overplayed, though. I think everybody and their moms talked about the Diddler. Yeah, I can. It's kind of shit, but yeah, I can hear you.
There we go.
Seasons change, but I'm running in circles. Brett, how's Florida treating you?
Hey, I got fucked up by a snapping turtle today.
Where did you go to get fucked up by a snapping turtle?
I was driving. He was crossing the road. I had to help him out, so I picked him up.
That's a dick move on a snapping turtle. All right,
I wish my internet were better.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, we're back. We all take a small break. John's eating his Sri Lankan food.
Comey, is there a way that I can call in, like via phone?
I think you can.
I'm pretty sure there's a setting that pops up when you open Zoom on your phone, like when you start the meeting or enter the app, that says like dial in as opposed to Wi-Fi.
I mean, you're
try that one more time. I tried that. Let me try one more time.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, it's okay.
It says there's such a delay because I said it's okay about 10 seconds before you answered.
Okay. All right. Feel free to dial in or do whatever you want, John.
All right. Yeah. Just keep talking.
we'll continue the podcast. Anyways, as this very entertaining podcast goes, is this your first time getting Sri Lankan food?
It is actually. Yeah.
Look at you.
I've had actually, I don't know if I've had anything that would even be that close to it. I guess like Indian food, obviously, but I'm trying to, I can't really tell what it reminds me of. If that makes sense.
The buttered chicken slaps.
Yeah. I got a basically the equivalent of a butter chicken and some dal.
It's literally all, and then some bread. That's just pretty much every person who's like, I love Indian food. That's all they eat is just butter chicken and naan. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't fucking. I feel like I should probably prepare more for these podcasts now. But
no, we probably all should. But I feel like the other issue is that even without preparing, if we have all three of us, it's relatively easy to like kind of get some friction going. But when we're all dipping in and out, it's a little tougher, you know.
That fucking Brett. What I will say is,
basically we have no rhythm right now. We have no rhythm.
That's right. What I will say is that calling the podcast A Hill to Die On and never kind of addressing that is kind of funny. Like every now and then we'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. It's probably, bringing hills to die on. And then we just kind of don't do that. So, give yourself a second there and think of a hill to die on. I think I'll probably come up with something real quick. Fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. This is why not everyone should just make a podcast. This is like honestly probably the worst podcast ever created. And there's like probably like 6 million podcasts out there, and this has to be the worst one out there.
Just no attention.
We've never once
just nothing. Just
no
nothing.
attention to the audience.
Never once have we lived up to the title of the podcast.
Absolutely, which is hilarious. No, I mean, like at times we'll be like, "Oh, we made the name A Hill to Die, and we probably should have Hills to Die," and just completely just non sequiturs, just forgetting about the name of the podcast, and then talking about fucking what was tipping. God damn it!
I mean, the number of times we've addressed tipping.
Look, man, it's a very relevant in my life right now.
It's Comey's one hill he will die on.
Fuck. Sometimes, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I will get takeout from a restaurant, and instead of like sitting down to eat because I don't want to tip.
You don't tip the takeout guy?
Dog, that's crazy. That's wild, right? I mean, okay, so since we're going back to the topic,
20%.
That shit is. They're not doing anything. They're
handing you your food.
Look, the person who I would tip would be the cook, and that money's probably not going to the fucking cook. It might be getting shared, but as you being someone who's taking an order, there should be no reason why you should be expecting a tip, especially if you're getting a decent hourly wage. Like that makes no sense.
But they're probably not getting a decent hourly wage.
They absolutely are. If you're going to like a restaurant and there's somebody in the front who's like taking
isn't the hourly wage for tipped workers is like $4?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like a place like Starbucks, dude. Like where you really shouldn't be forced to tip a barista, and it's like there's going to be a question on your screen. Like, come on, man.
Don't tip at a Starbucks. No.
The worst one, the most egregious one I've ever seen is at Newark Airport. The self-service kiosk asks if you'd like to tip.
I would
funny.
I would kick the machine because that shit is crazy.
That's funny.
It's getting out of control.
That's just taking extra money. That's just like, hey, can we charge you an extra $1 today?
Well, then I asked one of the employees there. I said, "How do you get?" Because somebody was actually working behind the counter. I was like, "How do you get these tips?" And apparently, all the tips in the whole airport gets pooled, and then everyone who works there shares it. So it's like they're all getting probably $1.50 at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you the most
I'd
egregious.
rather actually just tip the person working there. You can't even. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to give them money at the airports.
Agreed. I'll tell you the most egregious fucking time. And John, you're gonna get a kick out of this because this was when we were both taking Muay Thai classes, right? And dude,
I remember this. You got cheated.
I'm just like, dog. Like
how?
Okay, I'll tell the story. Sorry. So I was paying for the Muay Thai class. It was a one-on-one Muay Thai class with this instructor, and this was some dude that John put me on. And
I have an addendum to this story when you get to the end of it. Like I've kind of a little coda I think you'll like. So go on.
Look, dude was pretty cool. He was really good at Muay Thai. Like he was a great teacher. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, when I was paying for, the little square tap things for like small businesses, you can like get a square little, So he had one of those on his phone, and the whole thing was like, I don't know, 12 classes for like $400 or some crazy shit. It was expensive. But then he also allowed, because like I'm sure as a business owner, you can like either be like, yes, I will have tips, like be asked, you'll ask the customer for tips after they've done the tap or the whatever the fuck swipe, or you could probably put in the settings like no, but he had it on as yes. And we're like, I just paid for the classes right there, like up front, by the way, like 12 classes, like $400, something like that. And then the audacity, dog, like to have a tipping screen after I paid $400 for up front for more Thai classes. Mind you, this is before
wait, hang on. Was he expecting you to tip him?
I wouldn't say no.
It was strongly implied that you needed to, because I had the same experience. It was strongly implied that he was going to not be thrilled if you didn't.
And mind you, if you're paying $400,
these are his prices. Why doesn't he just add his own, make it $450?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Also, so unbelievably overpriced. Like, I do PTs now with a guy I've been working with here for going on 3 years, and they are. I mean, I don't even do them every week, but they're $45 for a session. Whatever Joel's is the guy Cummings talking about. His name was Joel. I think it was like 80 or 100 or something.
No,
I think so.
How much was the class?
Dude, I think we way overpaid. I think we paid like $200 for like 4 sessions or something.
That's wild.
Wait, no, I guess that would actually be that would be the exact same rate as what I pay the current guy.
For slandering, and also, hang on, he's gonna listen to this and go, that tip screen is mandatory with Square. These guys are slandering.
No, I doubt that. I'm sure there's a setting somewhere where you can take that tip screen off. I'm just saying. But like the thing is, tipping 20% on $400 is fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, hang on, did you tip him?
Yes.
Yeah, we both did.
I got to check my Venmo transaction history, but it was like
I would have clicked custom amount and then done $5.
$5, yeah. Because like the thing is, he's looking at you in the fucking eyes as like it's not like he's behind a counter or something, and you can be like,
no, I would have said, fuck that, give me the rest of my money back too. I wouldn't have. I would have been a pussy about it. But
dude, I think he was charging us $100 a session. I'm pretty sure he was charging $100 a session.
You think we only took 6 sessions then? Because I remember taking more than it was definitely more than 6 sessions that I took with them total. So
maybe he had a deal or something. I don't know. I just remember getting here, and when I found George here, it was I remember being like, this is so much cheaper. Like, am I getting ripped off? Like, is the guy not good? And then basically also like, I think Joel was a nice guy, but I'm not going to lie. We thought he was a lot better than he was because we knew nothing about the sport.
Sure.
I do know that you guys spent $600 for whatever package you got, because I was going to get it too.
Okay, so it was like $600 then. I was thinking 400.
And I think it was like 6 classes.
And I'm going to be honest with you, like we're just talking shit now. But I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some times where you know how we did like double sessions where it would be the 2 of us.
Yeah.
That's kind of bullshit because he was getting
That's
double
kind of bullshit. No, I agree, especially for a beginner. Like if we were both like pretty good, then I'd be like, sure, it's helpful. But for like brand new beginners, you're just getting half as many reps for the same.
Pretty much, yeah. And he's just getting double
hang
the
on,
money.
Now I can shit talk too. Now memories are coming back to me. Comey and I reached out to him and asked if we could get a discounted price if the two of us could take it together. And he said, no, it's full price for both of you, but I'll teach you both at the same time.
Which is like, yeah, I remember that. Which is like, what the fuck? So you can double the pay
Which, if you think about that, that's you saying, hey, can we get a deal? And him saying, no, here's a worse offer than what I normally offer.
Here's a shittier offer for you, though. Since you asked for a deal, here's a shittier offer for you. Freaking ridiculous. Anyway.
Well, then I was like, I wasn't asking for it to be half off for both of us, but like maybe take $100 off each.
Yeah. Anyway. For context, so my little coda to this is that guy has done about 2 more years of Muay Thai than I have now when we were taking lessons with him.
Yeah. Apparently his brother was really fucking good. That's what he said.
No, at a different sport though. At BJJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I mean, I'm not, I don't know the guy super well. We did like 6 sessions with him and he was perfectly nice. And I had a lot of fun, to be fair. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But in terms of like learning a skill, it was a ripoff.
Yeah, man. Anyways, that was the whole fucking thing. It's gonna be
again fantastic content for the pod.
Remember that one time 2 of the 3 of us went to bad Muay Thai classes individually?
And then together also.
And then he ripped me off.
Essentially paying double the price.
And then he ripped me off. I got cheated. I was expecting to hear like, oh, he didn't give you all your sessions. He stole some of your money. He double charged you. No, he showed me a arm.
Yeah.
Interesting podcast.
No, it's fine.
No, we're cooking with gas now, guys. I think we're on to something here.
Kobe, do you remember when we went to that wings place in San Diego with John and John tried one of the sauces and he called it Flames?
I don't remember that.
That was a sad moment for John.
Do you remember
why was that a sad moment for me?
He took a bite of something. He goes, Flames. It's like,
What, they were good? They were good wings.
Were they flames? No. Do you remember
flames?
Remember the hot one sauces that you guys got me?
Yeah.
Remember that shit? And I tried the last one, the bomb or whatever, at that same wing place, and I almost threw up.
Yeah, I
don't know if you remember that shit.
I vividly remember that.
What?
That's that memory? That memory?
Flames. Hey, there you go. Flames. Let me see here. Oh, look, all femme Asian American revival.
You guys want to talk about? You want a good podcast topic?
Sure. I think it'll save us from Comey reading whatever headline he was about to read.
Whoa, you don't even know. Come on.
I was hit head on by Hurricane Helene.
Well, you live in Florida, so there's no.
Yeah. How is that a topic?
Move.
I don't know. Well, Tampa was leveled, devastated.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
I know truly nothing about this. I knew there was a hurricane. That's the extent of my knowledge.
No, St. Petersburg and Clearwater and places we were supposed to evacuate. We did. We stayed. We got mandatory evacuation orders. And then the whole coast of Florida was pretty much destroyed, especially North Carolina got it the worst. But the coast of Florida was totally flooded. We had like 4 to 6 foot storm surge flooding that covered Tampa. So now if you go to some like downtown parts of Tampa, it's just got like some beach. It looks like a beach, even though you're downtown because so much sand and debris has gotten in. And Clearwater and the St. Pete areas a little bit north of here were really hit hard. And so people that lost their houses, if you go just a couple streets down that way, there are houses that aren't there anymore.
All right.
And you can actually see the.
No, that is very sad. But it for some reason has given me the thought that if you're a weatherman, do you think you get like very excited for hurricanes?
Dude, they do. They do.
I feel like they do.
This to you. No, they do. There are 3 different kinds of weather people: weathermen, weather women, weather people, weather thems. There are 3 different kinds. They're the ones who are very excited about the hurricane coming in, and they say things like, "Cause when the hurricane was coming in, we had the news on the whole time." So they say things like, "And if you're north in St. Pete, you got a great storm coming in." You're just like, "Good Lord!" And then they start getting antsy and getting excited about it. And we got about 3 hours left on the countdown until storm hits.
It's like
the weather.
Like
oh my god,
like a New Year's party.
Dude, it's literally a countdown till landfall. That's what they call it. Then you have the people who make such a big deal out of it, who are just like, and if you're in the Kona funnel, may God have mercy on your soul. I'm like, good dude, you're a weatherman. And then you just have the people who are just like telling you the news, telling you what's going on. They're the ones I like the most.
You guys get a chance to watch Joker Folio 2?
Absolutely not.
Why the hell? What do you mean absolutely not?
Well, actually, I'm curious to go see it because it seems like such a train wreck from the outside. I really did not like the first one.
Did you not like it because of like?
I liked it.
Did you not like it because of the political, social?
Not even the political dimension of it. I mean, that's its own thing, but I like, if it, I don't really view. I don't think they were making a movie with the first one where they were like setting out to create something that would like inspire a bunch of incels or whatever. I think that whole side of arguing or like criticism about it is fair enough, but that wasn't my issue with it. My issue with it was I just thought it was actually a bad movie. I just didn't think it was very good. I thought it was poorly written, poorly paced, not very exciting, did not have like an interesting central conflict. I thought it was basically a bad movie with a great performance in the middle of it. Which I would say goes for most Jokers. Like, I think we've talked about this. I even feel this way about Dark Knight. I think it's a better movie than Joker, the first Joker. But I think the Dark Knight on a rewatch has a lot wrong with it. Like it's not a good movie in a lot of ways, but it just has such an unbelievably like transcendent performance in the middle of it that you kind of forget that it's not a very good movie.
What is your favorite film?
I'm sick of them making the Batman characters in the Batman movies pretentious. Like the Joker movies are the first one is I like it, but it's pretentious. And then the second one just looks like it just eats its own ass alive. Like I'm not sure and they did that in the Batman too, the new Batman movie. Like it's so serious and pretentious, and they're like, we're taking these characters that are superheroes, and we're making them even more serious than Christopher Nolan was. And I'm like, I don't know, it's just very pretentious to me.
That's coming from a comic book lover, so I mean, he's got to be right.
Yeah, but I did like the first Joker, but I see what John is saying. It was the pacing was off. It was really slow. And it was just kind of watching somebody crumble, but I kind of liked that.
Yeah, I mean, I also just didn't even find it a very interesting character study. Like I didn't, so it's a great performance, but I didn't even feel like it had a lot to say about the guy that it's about.
Right.
Well, I will say that John has a podcast about films, so I would assume.
Dude, I gotta be real with you. I've recorded 2 episodes of that podcast, and we still have not gone back to it.
What films did you guys talk about?
We did.
Oh my god! Now you just made Comey's
he's
day.
Curious.
Now he's brightened up.
Yeah. No, the first episode was Babylon and Singing in the Rain, and the second episode was The Lighthouse and Persona.
I've seen Singing in the Rain and The Lighthouse.
You guys should be doing bad films like The Room, and then other fucking.
Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of figuring all that out. We'll go back to it.
I heard Babylon was crap. I heard Babylon.
So this is interesting. Comey was about to ask me my favorite movie. Babylon is probably my favorite movie in recent memory. But I do think, but I do think there's a lot that's not good about it. It's a situation where like I think I liked it an unreasonable amount, and there are like major issues with it that I just kind of I like the issues. Like I feel like they're part of what makes it great.
What a fucking hipster! This guy.
No,
This is the
this
same guy
isn't
that
an
doesn't.
hipster thing,
Yeah,
man.
Babylon.
I was genuinely moved by the movie. I had several moments of like feeling emotional watching it.
Is this Damien
I thought
Chazelle?
it was beautiful. There's these long set pieces in the middle of it that are like 30-minute one shots that are like so funny and well made. I genuinely think if you guys watched it, you would be like, yeah, it's too long, but it's a really good movie.
This is the same guy who
Isn't
doesn't like.
Damien?
Oh, God damn it! Him and his
Homie, go
shitty
first.
Wi-Fi. He's just like he's like 15 seconds behind. God damn it, Brett. I said him and his. This is the same guy. Oh, he's gone. This is the same guy who doesn't like Interstellar. I just want to point that out. Okay.
But I could say the same about you and liking Interstellar.
No, I think that for the most part, most people who have an education in film will probably say that Interstellar is a pretty good movie. But maybe it's not. I don't know.
How's the delay?
That seems better.
Well, we don't know when he said it though. That's the thing.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna say A. You say B. Ready? A.
B.
C.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, we got like 50 minutes. Let's get some. We can do an ad read. You guys want to do an ad read?
We did indeed sit on this call for 50 minutes. I don't know if we recorded anything.
No, we can do an ad read. One sec.
An ad break?
Yeah. I'm gonna read an ad.
Wait, are we monetizing?
No, I'm just gonna read an ad.
Yeah, Blue Chew.
Yeah. The whole thing with Blue Chew is really interesting too. That like a lot of people who are, maybe we shouldn't talk about it because we're not getting paid by them. But the fact that a lot of people in our generation, Cialis and like dick pills were kind of meant for people who were like in their 50s and 60s, and motherfuckers who are like in their 20s are taking Cialis and it's like
It's just because you got to stay hard.
The fuck is going on?
What are you doing if you're not staying hard all the time?
Staying soft.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah,
can you read an ad for let's call it something else so that we don't get into any sort of tricky legal waters, but can you read a real ad for that product and just call, like, every time it says the product name, just call it whatever you want. Call it something else.
Gales.
Now, am I gonna find a Blue Chew ad read? No,
For all the listeners that thought Comey said Blue Chew, he actually said Boo Chew.
I meant Cialis. All right, let's try this. I'm just gonna make it up myself. If you're a man in your early 20s and your dick is soft from beating it too much in your earlier 20s, you're gonna want something to help you with, the bedroom.
I like that Comey's idea. Just not just Comey's, just the idea of entertainment on this particular episode was to look up an actual advertisement and read it.
I didn't find anything. I didn't find it. I'm just doing it. I'm just riffing. I'm just riffing. I guess I won't do it then, since Brett's being.
But I like that the fallback was to just be creative.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do, man? I'm an artist at the end of the day,
I really didn't think that through. It's like, let's do this fun bit where we just read an ad.
Just read, yeah. When most people skip fucking ads, go ahead and read an ad. All right, well, you guys gotta give me something, man. I don't know. Okay, it's gonna be one of our shittiest episodes.
I gotta go get new headshots. My agent was like, "These suck. I can't submit you until you have headshots to make you look good." It's like, God damn it, Jeff.
Oh yeah. I thought.
That dude,
they're not using him anymore because
I know that dude. The entire time we were there, he was talking about Jackie like she was Angelina. He was literally calling her Angelina Jolie over and over and over again. And then like he would be taking her picture, going, "God, you look just like Angelina Jolie." And then he'd come over to me with the camera, show me the camera, be like, "Doesn't she look like Angelina Jolie?" I'd be like, "Jesus Christ!" And
Did you
then,
say yes?
huh?
Did you say yes?
I say he goes, she looks like Angelina Jolie's sister. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Then he talked to me for 30 minutes about his alcoholism and being a recovering addict.
Yeah. Anyways, that's cool. We can talk. Showbiz. um, anybody doing auditions or anything? What's going on in people's lives?
I just auditioned for I think we talked about this, but a series regular on a CBS sitcom.
Are you allowed to say that out loud, or am I gonna have to fucking go in?
I'm not going to talk about the show, but I think I'm allowed to say that out loud. Yeah, I'm allowed to talk about the show. Why not? No one listens to this. It's called DMV. It's the same people who did Ghosts.
I'm gonna bleep it out.
Yeah, I would bleep that out. On the very off chance that Brett books this, that you don't want that out there.
And then he's gonna be like, "Oh, this is the fucking worst day of my life. This podcast fucking sucks. Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
No, are you kidding me? That blows this podcast up. Actor gets fired because
I don't know if any of us are ready for that. I don't know if this is the quality of podcast we're producing. I don't know if we're ready for the exponential growth.
Exponential, huh? John, what the fuck is going on with your showbiz life?
Honestly, it's been pretty slow the past 2 weeks. I had a little flurry of activity through August and bit of September, and then it's been a little bit quiet now. I feel like it kind of gets quiet this time of year because everything's booked for the holidays, and
at the end of the day, this is a podcast with 3 working actors. So
working is a strong word.
Well, it's an asterisk, but we wanna give our opinions and thoughts about the industry. Because
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that is our biggest strength, and
just talking
maybe we rename the podcast something really pretentious like the Proscenium Arch or Curtain Up.
What about three broke actors? How about that?
Yeah,
but broke is with 2 O's.
I think spoofing some of the self-seriousness and pretension that is so prevalent in the theater community. For instance, I'm thinking of this text Brett showed us yesterday, in which
I got something great for you guys.
A theater person we know sends messages to themselves.
Well, that's not vague enough, but okay, all right.
That's not vague enough?
No,
I don't know what else can make that's okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna send you guys.
Should I say what's in the messages?
No, yeah, because it's gonna give me more editing. No, don't do that. Don't do
that. Wait, can we wait? Is this actually like we would not be able to talk about that?
Why not?
I don't know who watches nobody really watches the pod.
Nobody. Hang on. We're just talking about something hilarious that we saw. We're not naming anybody.
All right,
yeah, I mean, but to be fair, it is somebody who like follows you guys on Instagram. Maybe we just cut this whole little section out.
Nah, they're not listening to the pod. It's fine. Look,
I'm not gonna lie. When I was asking our program director for the reference, or not even for a reference, to help me get evidence that I was given tuition money to attend the program. As simple as that, like just files that they have on hand. I was really nervous that he maybe had heard the podcast.
But nothing has been said about him. In
Dude,
the podcast.
So much has been said about him from the early episodes through now.
God damn it, John! Everything's been bleeped out. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
I don't know if that's true. I mean, I think the name has been bleeped out, but I think it's pretty apparent.
Yeah, no, everyone knows who that is. Everyone knows who we talk about all the time.
No,
I don't think it's subtle per se.
You guys, I sent you guys a text message. Check it out. I think it's probably the funniest thing in the fucking.
It really also, Comey, it really is as simple as people know the program we went to. I say our program director.
All right, we're
Does
back.
He even live there?
Yeah, well, I don't know if she's only okay. Let me tread carefully here. They've only been there for like a few months, right? So to make that your entire personality is kind of hilarious to me because like you barely know it. Like I don't understand. That's like me moving to like North Dakota and posting on Instagram and be like, "Oh man, it feels really great to be living. My life is now in North Dakota. The entirety of my existence is now in North Dakota."
Yeah, I'm not gonna
So
lie. After 3 years living in London, getting a job and a girlfriend here, I still don't really feel like I'm a Londoner. You know what I mean? I don't know why Brett's smiling like that.
Because I want to see Comey 3 months after moving to one of the Dakotas, just like with his foot in a boot, and he's got it's up on like a stump somewhere, and he's just talking about ranching.
He's just talking about the big sky above him.
Oh well.
There's a piece of straw hanging out of his mouth.
He knows a lot about the sequoia trees.
Anyways, all I'm saying is, stop trying so hard to impress people. That's all I'm saying. Or like fit in. I don't know. Shit's fucking kind of awkward. All right. Well, we're done here. Oh yeah. Eminem's daughter announces that she's now pregnant. So that's pretty cool. So shout out
Is that Haley?
Yeah.
Is he gonna start singing? Is he gonna rap for his grandson now?
What was that?
I like how the reaction is. Also, there doesn't have to elicit a reaction. I completely understand, but the reaction from John is just, There's nothing else. But
I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear that on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's a really interesting fact.
You know the classic improv rule. Yes. Yeah, cut that, please. Cut me saying that just now.
You gotta keep that in.
Oh, wait, what did he say?
He's the yes joke.
Why is that funny?
It's not. That's why.
Okay, whatever.
It was just immediate shame and embarrassment.
When I was at a wedding, a couple weeks ago, and it was a Jewish wedding, so it was a conservative Jewish wedding, so everybody, it was totally in Hebrew. And afterwards, the groom started to speak at the reception. He was giving a speech. Hang on a minute. You okay? Give me a second.
I swear to God, his cat just got bitten by like a poisonous lizard or something.
Hang on, dogs. You can't breathe.
Oh.
Hang on.
Okay.
I mean, are we about to overhear Brett's cat dying
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy content though. That'd be pretty fucking crazy content.
If something serious is going on and we're just saying this is crazy content.
No, he has allergies, I think. Anyway.
Is he okay now?
Yeah, he looks like he's getting over it.
Nice one.
All right,
let me turn over that story.
Well, maybe you can start the story when your Wi-Fi isn't a complete piece of shit. This fucking guy. He did not like that at all.
No, I can't. I hate this delay. All right. I'll have to tell the story next week.
No, okay, go ahead. Conservative wedding, all in Hebrew. They gave out quarters for.
Real quick, Brett. Try turning your camera off and just talking.
He's calling him ugly.
How's that? Is that any better?
It's way better.
Okay. So I was at this Jewish wedding. I didn't need to say that violently, but I was at this wedding, and anyway, afterwards, the groom started talking at the reception, and I don't know, he was making jokes, and none of them were landing, and all of them were just slightly inappropriate. And it ended. He was a French Canadian Jew and marrying an American Jew, and he said, maybe, and I swear to God, he sounded like this too. I'm not joking, and I'm not exaggerating the voice. He goes, maybe the French Jewish people and the American Jewish people can finally come together, like Israel and Palestine.
No.
Yeah. And then his next statement, like Israel and Palestine, and then it doesn't get a laugh; it just gets like a cough from the audience, and then he just goes, "I just had to throw that one in there." And then I swear to God, I did this. You can ask Corianne. I went oof loudly, and that oof got about 10 laughs.
Jesus Christ.
So, Brett, are Comey and I speaking at your wedding?
You can't. I don't know. Not at the actual reception.
We're not giving speeches.
I think that's just the best man. I think anybody can speak if they want to, but I'm pretty sure just the best man in the maid of honor. Actually,
I object.
You don't want Comey and I giving a team speech.
I would love that. I just don't. I don't know how it works. I've never been to a wedding. I didn't. I never been to a wedding I paid attention to.
I mean, it's your wedding. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Can I get up there and do the do one of your characters, Brett? The last summer after my slip up in Beirut.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ! I forgot about that guy.
I think about that joke all the time. I like that I didn't do any setup for it just now. I just said the punchline. But
and after I was granted forgiveness in my friends, family, and Rabbi Cohen, I'm finally on my way to becoming a bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Anyways,
after
Comey,
accidentally starting a turf war between the Palestinians and the Israelis,
Jesus
accidentally.
Christ.
Did I mention it was on accident? All right, that's where we end the pod.
Oh.
Yeah, just oof.
After saying the wrong thing around the wrong group in Southern California.
Yeah. I've heard it in music videos, but I thought it was okay. I apologize.
And I promise it won't be said here at my bar mitzvah.
Yeah. I will reserve it only for the bathroom and when I'm taking a shower, and also when I'm playing Call of Duty. John's not laughing. John's over it.
I think I've just missed part of the key setup for the joke or something.
Okay.
Well. I don't know. I just didn't actually know what the kid had said.
Well, I mean, context clues, right? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't piece it together, to be honest.
All right. Fuck it. It is.
All right, I'll just tell him.
Yeah. You know, this might be the episode that gets scrapped. This is pretty bad, actually.
We've done that. Haven't we scrapped one?
It was an accident. Brett lost the episode.
No. I thought we had a really bad one like 4 or 5 episodes ago that we decided to scrap, but I can't remember.
Nah, we just kind of toss them out there. We don't really give a fuck with the quality.
I think what's kind of sad is I would be down to scrap this episode, but there are like 4 moments in it that I think are genuinely funny, but they're all genuinely funny at the expense of us not being funny.
The fact of the matter is, it's not like we have an audience base of hundreds, even tens of listeners. So it's not like putting this out's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I think the drawback is if we ever do end up creating good content, having the backlog. Like, you want the backlog to be at least listenable. And today, I don't think we created a listenable episode.
Yeah, I think you mean to date, we have not created a listenable episode.
No, I think there are a few good episodes in what we've created.
Name one.
I think there was a chain of them around episode like 4 or 5 to like episode
Oh,
8 or 9
oh God.
that I feel like we're pretty okay.
I think it gets good once we get into a rhythm of doing it every week. That's when we get good.
Yeah, and we bring stuff in and just start a little bit more.
Like how you guys are talking about the podcast on the podcast. It's okay.
Well, I like that. You know what? Nobody else does that.
Oh yeah, we're breaking the mold.
Because I listen to all the podcasts. I don't
we're
listen to
pushing the boundaries here.
Yeah.
And also, it's not like I'm a huge podcast consumer. I listen to the clips of the major ones.
Yeah. Like
I have a thought that, and this doesn't need to be recorded, but I guess we're just not really cutting the recording, so I'll just share it. I think one thing that could kind of help if we wanted to create slightly better content.
Well, it's already great as it stands.
Yeah, I mean this in a pretty non, like, it's gonna sound pretentious, but I don't mean it pretentiously. If we all just like play a little bit more of a character.
And we're back. Yeah, so we've just been talking the last 5 minutes about how to make this podcast better.
Oh God.
Thanks, John, for the suggestions. Yeah, she's Brett in the background. Oh,
yeah. Our main idea was Brett just taking the pod from the bathroom.
All right.
we know.
Comey, I'm sorry, but Comey both visibly and audibly yawning on the podcast is so crazy. Can't even entertain ourselves with it.
I'm just fucking bored. We're gonna, this season's gonna be riddled with, when I say riddled, it's like a disease, with guests on the pod. We'll try to get them on whenever we can. They're gonna be, Joe Rogan, right? Now he brings in like experts and things like that. Well, we're pretty much gonna be bringing in the same type.
Sorry, are we modeling our podcast off Joe Rogan?
No, just a very well-known podcast. That's the only reason why I say it. If I said Cumtown, would you know what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Oh, I thought we were back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back. We're back.
That's the name of this episode.
And we're back. We're gonna bring in hopefully guests for this season. So stay tuned for that. Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about, or should I just end the pod there?
Yeah, I mean, I have one thought.
Yes. Fuck. Thank God.
No, you're not gonna like it, because I'm just gonna. I just want to be kind of real. Yeah. I'm gonna open up a Reddit page, and
fuck.
No. I thought maybe because we like to keep it.
Oh God, I'm so bored. I'm yawning. God damn.
A little off the cuff on this podcast. I mean, just to be real with you guys, I think part of the reason I'm struggling to bring stuff in is because I'm just incredibly bored with my own life at the moment.
If you were bored with your life, then there's so many things that you could fucking just draft up and bring to the pod.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's a vicious cycle, man, because it's like, if you're bored and are not interested in anything, then how the fuck are you gonna think of something interesting to bring in?
We gotta get you back on social media, dog. We gotta get on Instagram so I start sending you reels.
Okay. Suggesting somebody gets back on social media when they're expressing to you that they're feeling bored and isolated.
Yeah, you get back on Instagram.
It's worse than that. You said you were feeling bored and with your current life, and I was starting to feel for you. I was like, oh yeah, I'm feeling the same way. I got something to say to John, and then Kobe goes, "You should watch more memes."
That would make you happier, I assume.
That is the solution that was offered.
Well, okay, what is your solution then?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
You're asking me for a solution to the.
Kobe,
I would just do it if I knew, Kobe.
Kobe, you should go into therapy.
Yeah, Kobe, you should really become a psychologist.
So, what do you think? What do you think your problem is? I mean, that's pretty much the jumping point of every like resolution.
It wasn't just so. What do you think? It was also like a little bit defensive. It's like as a therapist, somebody be like, "I don't think that's it." All right, well then you fix yourself then.
You fucking figure it out.
All right, you were saying, John?
No, I mean,
he's still yawning.
Still yawning.
I'm fucking bored, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't mean to bring the energy of the podcast down. I'm not even revealing something that's like super deep and vulnerable.
No, yeah, I don't think.
But you know, it's just I would say like that's my struggle with bringing stuff in. Sometimes I get really excited
you're
and
bored.
yeah, I'm bored. I'm fucking bored.
Just in life.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much where I was like 2 months ago. I'm probably still gonna be there, but I think I was depressed. I think I'm still depressed. Let's get real on this podcast, guys. Fuck, man.
Let's talk about depression. Men's mental health.
Didn't we do this? Didn't we do this when I was like 6 months ago? Have this mental health episode?
Did we have a men's mental health episode?
I think we did because it was in the heart of my drinking.
Dude, we're good guys, man. We're really good people. Fuck, man. That's pretty cool.
It was.
I'm sorry, 0.28?
Yeah.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah, dude. What are you even doing?
What do you mean?
Like if you're not hitting 3.
Tell him. Fucking rookie. John, yeah, man. Sorry to hear that you're bored. You know?
No, I mean it's boredom's natural. But I think
also, I didn't mean to, sorry, I didn't mean to make all that about me. Just trying to say
no. It was interesting to hear. You did not just make it about you, Brett. You're fine. No, I mean I think what's interesting is just that all 3 of us. What is this? What is this? What the fuck?
This man's talking about his mental health, and I said a pizza. Oh fuck, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, fuck.
I mean, this is just another. So for the audio listeners, Comey just sent a image in our group or our Zoom chat, of a pizza that is shaped like a minion. While Brett was saying all that.
Brett's like, I was drinking and I felt fucking terrible. I just had over.
I am finding it fascinating that the conversation has turned this way, and Comey's instant response has been memes.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize.
No,
for everything.
For everything. It's just a catch-all solution.
No. Do your thing. You know, you were saying, Brett, John.
I just think it's interesting that all 3 of us kind of immediately were like, yeah, I feel that the exact same way, or a version of that, or was feeling that recently. And I don't know if that's just who we are, or that part of being an actor and
that's
being
the thing,
this,
man. Yeah, man.
Being this age and being an actor.
Different breeds, dude. You know what I'm saying? We're different like that. Like everybody who is our age is probably not feeling depressed. You know, we're just
no.
different.
I mean, to be fair, I think almost everyone our age is feeling depressed. I'm not trying to.
Dog.
Yeah. Well, okay, but here's my thinking. Here's I do have one thought on this, which is when I made the choice to go into the arts. One part of why I chose to do that was the feeling of and being told that, you know, you follow the things that feel fulfilling. You do the things you love if you have the chance to, you know, and like long term that leads to you feeling, you know, satisfied and like basically that there's a lot of value in pursuing those kinds of things outside of the financial, and that if you just pursue the kind of like financial component, that type of success, you know, your life is going to be kind of like spiritually or morally or something bankrupt in some way.
Sure.
And what I've generally seen so far is that every artist and every actor I know is pretty depressed in some way, shape, or form. And meanwhile, all my friends that went into like finance and tech, they have their own issues, don't get me wrong, but they all seem like pretty happy. Like they're just kind of hanging out, have a good social life, not worried financially, obviously, you know, good routine. Lots of them like entering stable relationships and marriages and that kind of thing. And I find something really interesting in that is like part of the choice for me in going into the arts was that choice of I want to feel fulfilled and I want to feel that kind of satisfaction. And then looking at the thing that I was told doesn't lead to fulfillment, doesn't lead to satisfaction, and kind of going like, well, actually, all the people I know doing those kinds of things seem pretty fulfilled.
Yeah, we all chose the wrong career. This shit is.
Well, you know what's
like,
interesting?
I should specify. Sorry, I think that you to like just throw all your eggs into the basket of like I'm gonna be an artist is fucking ridiculous.
Wildly stupid.
It's idiotic. It really is. Like it's the stupidest thing you could possibly do. Like yeah, you only live one life, but at the same time, you need to be able to sustain that life, and to being like it's a lottery ticket. Is literally what it is, and you're cashing on. You just got up from the blackjack table with like $5,000 up, and you're like, let me put all my fucking chips on black, on one number. And it's just like
0.
It's dumb. So I don't know. I just like I agree with you, John, in the sense of like, yes, it will eventually be fulfilling when like your idea of what it can be like manifests itself into that. So like right now it's like shit is not happening and you're kind of just sitting on your hands, or you might feel like, oh, I'm not doing what I've been meaning to do. But I think that like I won't say this about everybody, because like genuinely not everybody makes it, that's just the harsh truth of it. But I think if you stick it out long enough and you continue growing and like kind of improving, I think eventually it'll get to a place where you're not A-list, but I mean you can make hopefully a decent life for yourself. Anyways, I'm running in circles.
But I think what both you guys are not giving yourself enough credit for, and I don't think anybody does, is the fact that you're not. When you decide you're going to be an artist, when you decide to go into that field, you're in your late teens or your early 20s.
Let me also say that this is not to be like I hate pretentious fucking like let's talk about artist bullshit thing. So this is let's lean away from that and be like, oh, we're so different and we're like we chose to be artists.
To be honest, I don't think either of us is doing that. I don't think any of us are doing that. I'm not sitting here like I think any career path you choose, any sort of like thing you identify with in that way is going to come with its own difficulties and struggles. I think we're just pointing what those are.
But I think when you're 18 years old and you're signing up for college, you're not thinking about calculated risk. You're not thinking about, okay, well, I could do this, but I'm going to try to do this as a back. You're not thinking about a whole game plan for your possible career, especially people like brains of ours who want to be creatives in this industry. They think, okay, well, I want to be an artist. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go and do it. And you're not. That's kind of, or I'll just speak for myself. That's kind of what I did. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to graduate school. Then I'm going to start my career and get really excited. But what I didn't do was I didn't take into account the fact that my values could change, because I spent my whole early part of my life wanting that so badly and thinking, well, I'm just going to go for it and go for it and go for it, go to college for it and grad school for it and go to do Play That Goes Wrong and do this and that and try to build a theater career to work my way into film and TV. And then the second I got with Corianne 2 years ago, my values changed rather quickly, and my personal life became more important to me than my professional life. And when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I didn't need to make $150,000 or have a great job. But now at 26 years old and I'm getting married, well, now to me, the prospect of having a good job that pays well and having a family life to me seems more exciting than even being a famous actor. And so now I feel shitty because I'm like, well, I've set myself up to have a career that is most likely going to fail, and I don't have professional skills to get the job that I need now.
I think you are pretty much directly describing something that I've been feeling more and more of.
Yeah.
Both like with Alice, but also I think just generally, like, because even if I was going like, I'm not in this relationship, I'm just doing my own thing, it just is more like I'm thinking about that kind of adulthood more. Like, oh, like, where do I want to settle down? Do I want to have kids? Like, okay, if I want to, do those two things essentially, like live in a home that doesn't have roommates and have kids. Like I need a stable income. I need a way to support them. I need a way to put them through school and not have it be a total, shit show. And I mean, yeah, I think you're just kind of like speaking to something I think is I've been finding particularly difficult recently.
One of the unfortunate parts of like being like an actor or a fucking sculptor or a pianist or whatever the fuck, a penis is that
I really did hear that as penis.
Yeah, that's why I said it again, just in case. Is that the stability is not there, unfortunately, and it's fucked up because like when you think about it, most people don't have to choose between like what's fulfilling as a career and then like how life is going to really go. Like those trajectories are in parallel. They're not like kind of fighting against one another. So like the weird thing is about trying to do art or whatever the fuck is like I mean theoretically there's a finite of time for everything, but like there's a finite amount of time to like try to I don't know, I don't even want to say it like that, but like make it or like be able to make money from it, and that shit is fucked up because
this, I mean, the other thing is, I feel like even when I was making the choice, like Brett is saying, when I was late teens, early 20s kind of thing, I was thinking of like, yeah, I'm not going to make a lot of money from this, but I did take it for granted that I would work in it. Like I took it for granted that I would actually have the ability to go, like actually perform the task that I was signing up to do.
Yeah, even if it didn't pay a lot of money, like
yeah, even if I was making shit money and I need to take a job alongside it or whatever, like that calculus was like, yeah, that's hard, fine, that's worth it. But I wasn't signing up to just not fucking working in that thing. Then I would just choose something else. I think that's the really fucking annoying part.
Up part. Yeah. No, I feel it.
Do you remember how many times we were saying like I don't know, John, if you ever said this, but I know for a fact Comey and I said this. I would never do commercials. Oh, we're never gonna do that. We're never gonna sign up to do fucking commercials. We're only gonna do things that are creative. We're not doing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Of course I do a fucking commercial.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I ever said I wouldn't do a commercial. Hold up, but I mean,
We talked about how we didn't want our careers to be doing like infomercials. We'd rather, if that was going to be
Dead Body 3 on NCIS, like or whatever the fuck, all the time. But that's like a check, regardless. Look,
but I just, the other thing, I did just get an agent, so hopefully things will start moving. And John, like, hopefully things will start moving for you. And it's not like we're giving up. Like Comey, like you just got something. So like hopefully things will start moving, but it's interesting to be at this stage in your life as an actor and be like, oh, we're kind of at that crossroads where everyone's gonna either be getting a great job or like
and it's shit because like, a lot of people, I mean, look, compounded on top of everything, like turning 30 is kind of a wild thing, I think, I mean, Brett, you're a little further away than John and I are, but still, like, when I turned 28, I'm like, fuck, all right, my life is like kind of shit right now. It's not where I really had projected it at 21, where the fuck it was going to be. Now, mind you, like, expectation is the thief of joy. So I get that. But at the same time, like, you have to have some type of idea of a trajectory for your life. And I had one, and that's not the way that it's currently going. But like, also, I will say that and it depends, but some people like they started their career at 18 being an artist, and it takes them fucking 3 decades before it happens. And
Tommy, I have a question. Do you have any student loans, or do you have any loans you're paying off?
No.
I don't know why you wouldn't go back to graduate school and get a student loan, just get another degree.
Wait, whoa, why would you take out a student loan?
I think you need to just go get $100,000 in loans.
This is the worst advice ever. This is ridiculous.
The worst advice I've ever heard.
What Brett, who are you, the devil?
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Wait, podcast with Satan?
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
Is the guest Lucifer? Who the fuck are you?
I think you need to find a program at any school. It could be anything. It could be any program. And I think you need to take out $100,000 in loan.
And then Comey, Then you need to look at some memes.
Oh, fun. This man, he said take out loans. Rack up your credit cards, take out loans.
You need to just
take out a mortgage while you're at it.
Yeah, that's not my home. No, if I was genuinely going to like try to get some more re-education, which probably not the best way to phrase that, but if I was going to go get some more education, I think the most intelligent thing to do would be to like get certificates, like course careers or some shit. It wouldn't make sense to go back to school. That's just stupid. But no, I've been looking at that, and I definitely, that's just for another time. It doesn't matter. But no, I don't have any loans. Shout out to being, I mean, lower class. I wouldn't call it lower middle class, but whatever. And also getting scholarships. That saved my ass. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? Good conversation, guys. Thanks for bringing in nothing but Hail Marying there, John, in the last second. That's pretty cool.
The little Hail Mary being like, yeah, I'm fucking depressed.
Yeah, I'm depressed. yeah, I'm pretty depressed.
There we go.
Let me just be real with you guys. I am pretty fucking depressed.
All right, take a look at the meme in the chat there.
Is it the minion one still?
Yeah, it's still the Minion one. All right, I'm gonna call the podcast. There's about an hour 30. We'll probably got like a solid hour 15 out of that. It's not bad. Maybe a lot of cuts, and we're back. I'm joking. Anything else, Brett, John, or should we end it there?
I have been pretty sad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna end it there. All right. Thanks for.
What are
listening.
you sad about, Brett?
Right, I'll let you guys go. Go ahead. No, it's fine.
What's weighing on your mental health?
Hurricane Helene.
Okay. Well,
that's pretty reasonable answer.
You know what? I'm sitting here talking about how we were devastated. We were not devastated. Some people lost some furniture.
Sorry, wait.
That they're renting to own. That's pretty bad. Okay.
Was that a joke or?
What? No, for us, no. Our part of Tampa, yeah, we weren't hit that bad. North of us were hit terrible.
Yeah, but I thought you said the people that had it worse just lost some furniture.
Lost their furniture.
People that had it worse than us lost some furniture. Yeah, in this part of town.
Okay, but he's not.
I don't think he's joking.
I was just very confused by.
No, in this part of town, people talk about the widespread devastation, and when I drive around this part of town, you just see people their furniture out on the curb.
I see. Okay, I got you. I understand what you're saying. I thought you were saying that the worst that happened was people lost their furniture.
That's what it sounds like, and I'd be like, the ottomans on the. It's on the front lawn. Okay,
finish that thought.
It's on the front lawn. That's the podcast, guys. I thought I was doing a good thing. Okay. All right, and we're back. Thank you for listening to the podcast, everyone. We appreciate it. If you are listening, thank you for listening. This has been episode 2, season 2. It's fantastic. We will be having more guests on hopefully soon. And that's it.